Hello, this is Mrs. Gable speaking.
Hello, Mrs. Gable. This is your tenant, Thomas, from apartment 3B. I hope I am not calling at a bad time.
Hello, Thomas. Not at all. This is a perfectly fine time to call. It is nice to hear from you. I hope everything is going well in the apartment.
Everything is mostly very well, thank you. I am really enjoying living here. However, I am calling today to report a small maintenance issue that has come up.
A maintenance issue. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. It is important that you report any problems as soon as you notice them. What seems to be the problem?
It is a problem with the plumbing, I believe. One of the taps in the apartment has started dripping, and I have not been able to make it stop.
A dripping tap. I see. Can you give me a few more details, please? Which tap is it that is causing the problem?
It is the cold water tap in the bathroom sink, the one on the right. The kitchen taps and the shower are all working perfectly fine. It is only this one tap.
Okay, the bathroom sink's cold tap. And when did you first notice this problem? Has it been dripping for a long time?
I first noticed the dripping sound 2 days ago. At first, it was very slow, just a few drips every hour. But today, it has become much more constant.
How fast is it dripping now? Can you describe it for me?
It is a very steady drip now. I would say it is about 1 drop of water every 2 seconds. I have been putting a small towel in the sink to muffle the sound.
Thank you for that detailed description. That is very helpful for me. So, to be clear, it is a constant drip, but it is not a major leak. The water is not spraying out or flooding the bathroom.
Oh, no, not at all. It is definitely not an emergency like that. It is a very small and slow drip. It is just a single drop at a time. The water is contained completely within the sink.
That is good to hear. I am glad it is not an emergency. However, a dripping tap is still a problem that we need to fix.
Yes, I agree. I am mostly concerned about 2 things. First, it is wasting a lot of water over the course of the day. And second, the constant drip, drip, drip sound is actually quite annoying, especially at night when I'm trying to sleep.
You are right on both points. A small drip can waste a surprising amount of water, and the sound can be very disruptive. We should definitely get it repaired as soon as possible.
I am so glad you agree. So what is the next step? Is this something I should try to fix myself?
No, please do not try to fix it yourself. Our rental agreement states that all plumbing repairs must be handled by a professional, licensed plumber. This is for safety and insurance reasons.
That makes perfect sense. I would not want to make the problem worse. So, will you be calling a plumber?
Yes, that is my responsibility. I have a regular plumber that I always use for my properties. His name is Mr. Jones, and he is very reliable and professional. I will give his office a call this afternoon to schedule a visit.
That sounds great. Thank you, Mrs. Gable. I appreciate you handling this so quickly.
It's no problem at all, Thomas. Maintaining the property is my job. Now, to schedule the appointment, I will need to know when a good time would be for the plumber to come to your apartment. So, let's discuss your availability for the plumber's visit. When would be a convenient time for you in the next few days?
Well, my work schedule is the main issue. I work on weekdays from Monday to Friday. I usually leave the apartment at 8:30 in the morning, and I don't get home until about 6 in the evening.
I see. So you are not at home during the normal working day. That can make scheduling a little bit tricky, but we can find a solution.
I do have a lunch break from noon until 1 o'clock, but I don't think an hour would be enough time for the plumber to visit and do the repair.
You are probably right. A repair like this is usually quick, but we should allow for more than an hour, just in case. What about the weekend? Are you usually free on Saturday or Sunday?
The weekend would be much easier for me. However, I have plans to be out of town this coming weekend. I am leaving on Saturday morning and coming back on Sunday evening.
Okay, so this weekend is not an option. Let's look at the weekdays again. We need to find a time either before you go to work or after you get home.
That would be perfect if it's possible. Could the plumber come very early in the morning, for example?
Mr. Jones's first appointment of the day is usually at 8. If he came to you at 8, would that give you enough time before you have to leave for work?
An 8 o'clock appointment would be a little tight. I would be worried about being late for work if the repair takes longer than expected. Do you have any other ideas?
Let me think. Sometimes he can schedule his last appointment of the day around 5 o'clock. If he came at 5, you would probably be home from work by then, correct?
A 5 o'clock appointment would be much better for me. I am almost always home by then. That sounds like a great solution.
A 5 o'clock appointment seems like our best option then. How about this coming Tuesday at 5 o'clock in the evening? I will check with Mr. Jones if that time is available.
Tuesday at 5 works perfectly for me. I will make sure I am home from work on time.
Excellent. Now, I do need to ask, will you definitely be home at that time to let the plumber into the apartment?
Yes, I will be there. I am putting it in my calendar right now.
That's great. I just need to ask about a backup plan. In case something unexpected happens and you are running late from work, do I have your permission to use my spare key to let Mr. Jones in? He would be supervised by me, of course.
Yes, of course. You have my permission to enter the apartment with the plumber if I am not there for some reason. I trust you completely. It is good to have a backup plan.
I am very happy that we have a plan. Thank you for being so flexible with the appointment time.
It is important to me that the repairs are not a major inconvenience for you. Now, just so you know what to expect, let me give you a little more information about the plumber.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
As I said, his name is Mr. Jones, and he is from a company called City Plumbing. He is a very polite and tidy professional. He has done work in this building many times before, so he knows the apartments well.
It is very reassuring to know that he is someone you trust and has worked here before.
Yes. I will also ask him to give you a call on your mobile phone when he is on his way to your apartment, perhaps about 20 minutes before he arrives. This way, you will have an exact arrival time.
A call beforehand would be fantastic. That is very thoughtful.
That is a very good point. The regular mail carrier is a familiar face, but the delivery van drivers are always different people.
Exactly. Well, I am just happy that your new camera lens is now safely in your hands. You must be excited to try it out.
I really am. I am planning to go to the park tomorrow morning to test it. I want to thank you again for your kindness and for taking the time to come all the way down the street to bring this to me.
It was truly my pleasure, David. It was a good excuse to finally introduce myself properly.
I would like to show my appreciation. As a small thank you, once I have taken some new photos with this lens, I would love to give you a print of one of my best flower photos for your home. Since you are a passionate gardener, I thought you might enjoy it.
You would do that? That is an incredibly kind and generous offer. I would absolutely love that. Thank you so much.
I find that good communication makes everything go much more smoothly. I believe I have your mobile number in my files, but could you please confirm it for me?
Of course. My number is
6, 7.
Thank you. I have that written down. I will pass it on to Mr. Jones. Now, there is one last thing I want to clarify with you regarding the cost of the repair.
The cost. Yes, I was going to ask about that. Will I receive a bill from the plumber for his work? Am I responsible for paying for this repair?
That is a very important and fair question. The answer is no. You will not have to pay anything.
Oh, that is wonderful news.
According to our rental agreement, the landlord is responsible for paying for all general maintenance and repairs that are caused by normal wear and tear. A dripping tap is a perfect example of this. I will be paying the plumber's invoice directly.
That is a huge relief. Thank you for clarifying that, Mrs. Gable. I really appreciate it.
You are very welcome, Thomas. It is my responsibility. Your only responsibility is to report the problem and to be available for the repair, which you have done perfectly.
I am happy to help in any way I can. So let me just confirm the plan one last time to make sure I have everything correct in my mind.
Please do. A final summary is always a good idea.
A plumber named Mr. Jones will come to my apartment, 3B, this coming Tuesday at 5 o'clock in the evening to fix the dripping tap in the bathroom.
That is all correct, and he will call you on your mobile phone about 20 minutes before he arrives, and I have your permission to let him in if you are unexpectedly delayed.
Perfect. I have it all in my calendar. This has been a very efficient and stress-free phone call.
I am glad to hear it. Thank you again for reporting the issue promptly. I will call the plumber right now. Have a wonderful rest of your day, Thomas.